Jesus is the light of the world. We thank God for opening the doors of Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ International to fellowship with Ghana and Liberia. In 1973, Reverend Clarence H. Cobbs, preacher, founder and pastor of the First Church of Deliverance, Chicago, Illinois, and national president of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated, brought a congregation to Ghana for a visit. They lodged at the Ambassador Hotel. During their visit in 1973, he asked one worker that they were looking for a place to worship, and they were led to the Lord's House of Prayer Church, where Reverend Bosman was the pastor. That was the first relationship with a Ghanaian church on the gospel, and it has been a blessing. Revelation revealed the president would cut a road through the sea. The manifestation came to the light when affiliated churches were established in West Indies, and additional churches were also established during Dr. I. Logan Kearse's visit to Liberia and Ghana. Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated was introduced to Reverend Mother Wilhelmina Dukli, founder and pastor of Faith Healing Temple of Jesus Christ, Monrovia, Liberia, and Reverend E.K.O. Bosman, founder and pastor of the Lord House of Prayer Church, Adabraka, Ghana, by Dr. Kearse, founder and pastor of Cornerstone Church of Christ, Baltimore, Maryland, and Reverend Cobbs. Dr. Kearse extended an invitation to Reverend Dukli to attend Congress in 1972. Furthered by his visit with a group to Liberia and Ghana, an invitation was extended to Reverend E.K.O. Bosman to attend Congress in 1973. Dr. Kearse was appointed as the first chairman of foreign missions by Reverend Cobbs. Reverend William H. Foreman received a divine call to missionary duties in Africa. Upon leaving New York, he arrived in Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa on April 1, 1973. He was the first missionary to Africa from the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. In 1974, Dr. Kearse, Reverend Foreman, Uncle Ralph Goodpasture, Minister of Music, and other foreign missionaries came back again to Africa to ordain Reverend Mother Wilhelmina Dukli and Reverend E.K.O. Bosman as affiliated ministers in the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. Reverend Foreman, on a gospel mission to Ghana, trained young men and women in the gospel for over 10 years. Among these were Mr. James Kwesi Taylor, Mr. Samuel Corty, Mr. Nanka Bruce, Mr. Akoful, Mr. Lawrence Abwaji, Mr. Amatafio, Ms. Cecilia Yangbi, Mrs. Berta Bosman, among others. During these years, Bishop William H. Foreman periodically participated in the annual Congress of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. The Lord's House of Prayer Ministry had 3 active ordained ministers. They were Reverend E.K. Obulbi Bosman, President, Reverend James Kwesi Taylor, Vice President, Reverend Mrs. Bertha Obulbi Bosman, Executive Member, and 10 licensed preachers who helped in the ministry. Throughout these years, Reverend E.K.O. Bosman served as a member of the Board of Directors of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated until his transition in 2004. Reverend Foreman was appointed as the second chairman of foreign missions by Dr. Kearse, International President of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. Upon his return to the United States in July 1983, during the annual Congress, Reverend Foreman was appointed as pastor of the Mount Calvary Community Church, Omaha, Nebraska, by Dr. Kearse. He was installed as pastor on Sunday, November 9, 1983. Bishop Foreman faithfully served his congregation for 29 years until the Lord called him home on October 9, 2012. Dr. Logan Kearse served as international president until his transition on March 25, 1991. Reverend Arthur Leonard Posey was elected to preside over affairs. He was the founding pastor of Temple of St. Jude Spiritual Church of Christ, Detroit, Michigan. In July 1993 at the 68th Congress, Reverend Posey reunited with Bishop Aubrey J. Watson and the United Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated in New Orleans, Louisiana. 2 years later, he, Reverend Posey, was consecrated Archbishop of Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. Friday, November 8, 1996, at the First Church of Deliverance, pastored by Reverend Otto T. Houston, in Chicago, Illinois. The following persons were consecrated to the episcopacy: James Dennis Tyndall Sr., Charles Slayton, Yes I Can, William E. Hamilton, William Randall Wesley Ozier, William H. Foreman, Joseph Kennedy Jr., and Robert Earl Smith, establishing the College of Bishops and Diocesan Prelates. In November 1996, Bishop William H. Foreman was consecrated to the office of Overseer for the 1st and 10th District of Western Missouri, Kansas and Nebraska, Ghana and Liberia. Periodically, he traveled to these countries to ordain pastors and establish new branches. In 1992, Reverend James Kwesi Taylor received a divine revelation through a dream. In this vision, he was seen riding a white horse. Notably, the horse bore the inscription, Psalm 118 verses 1 and 2 on its face, and the word Speeder was written along its side. Seeking clarity, Reverend Taylor shared the dream with respected ministers of God, Reverend Dr. Barner, Bishop Naughty, Reverend Peter Sarr, and Bishop Foreman, all of whom provided a consistent interpretation. Their confirmation served as a spiritual affirmation, and from that moment, the vision was set in motion. This divine encounter became the foundation for the establishment of his Mercy Evangelical Center, Accra, Ghana. In October 2006, Bishop William H. Foreman visited Ghana with Bishop James E. Curry and elevated Reverend James Kwesi Taylor and Reverend Lawrence Adu-Abuaji to bishop status. In 2008, Bishop James Taylor, through relentless effort, attended MSCC Congress and was accommodated by Bishop Yo-Yo H. Foreman for 6 months. The foreign mission team visited Ghana and Liberia with charity and donations biannually. In 2009, after the transition of Archbishop Arthur L. Posey, Bishop James Dennis Tyndall Sr. was selected by the College of Bishops to be the next leader of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ. Bishop Tyndall was consecrated as the International Presiding Prelate on Friday, July 24, 2009, during the 84th Congress at the Metropolitan Spiritual Church of Christ in Kansas City, Missouri, where he served as pastor. Bishop James D. Tyndall serves the church as a monumental tribute to our establishmentarian. The following members contributed and held various positions in the establishment of the church: Bishop William Frank Taylor and Elder Leviticus Lee Boswell, founders of the Metropolitan Spiritual Church of Christ, the Mother Church, Kansas City, Missouri, the innumerable co-laborers, Reverend Clarence H. Cobbs, the Very Reverend Supreme Mother Lucretia L. Smith, founder and pastor of the Lily of the Valley Spiritual Church, Chicago, Illinois, served as the international president for 1 year, from June 28, 1979 to July 25, 1980. She was the first woman to hold this office. Dr. I. Logan Kearse and Archbishop Arthur L. Posey ensured shared responsibilities on the vision of the church. Following the transition of Bishop Foreman, Bishop James Dennis Tyndall, International Presiding Prelate, Bishop James E. Curry, Coadjutor and Foreign Missions Chairman, Bishop George I. Mason, Foreign Mission Vice Chairman, Sister Luella E. Henderson Hayes, Foreign Mission Secretary, Dr. Sharon Fisher, Foreign Missions Member, visited Ghana to mourn the demise of the late Bishop Lawrence Adu-Abuaji. In 2013, Bishop James D. Tyndall and International Missions Team invited Bishop James Kwesi Taylor for MSCC Congress and accommodated for a period of 3 months. In 2018, Bishop Tyndall, together with Foreign Missions, came to Ghana, organized workshops, ordained some apostles and reverend ministers, and also new churches were also integrated into MSCC Incorporated. Visitation from the foreign missions abroad halted due to COVID-19 pandemic, after which Bishop James K. Taylor was invited to attend the 98th MSCC Congress in USA. Bishop James Kwesi Taylor currently serves as the Bishop of District No. 6 for Ghana and Liberia. Faith Healing Temple of Jesus Christ, Monrovia, Liberia. Faith Healing Temple of Jesus Christ was founded in 1971 by Reverend Wilhelmina Dukley in Monrovia, Liberia, West Africa. Instituted by Dr. I. Logan Kearse upon his invitation to Reverend Mother Dukley to attend the Congress of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated, in 1972. Faith Healing Temple became a member of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated. Reverend My Roberts joined the Faith Healing Temple of Jesus Christ in 1971 as a minister, under its founder, Reverend Mother Wilhelmina Dukley. Reverend Mother Dukley transitioned in 1986. Reverend My Roberts became the second pastor of Faith Healing Temple of Jesus Christ. She served as a member of the Board of Directors of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated. On October 29, 2006, she was elevated to the office of Bishop in the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated, and installed by Bishop William H. Foreman and Bishop James E. Curry Jr. in Monrovia, Liberia. Bishop Roberts made history as the first woman to hold this office. Bishop My Roberts transitioned on January 28, 2019 at the age of 97. Reverend Henry Sowe serves as the current pastor of Faith Healing Temple. Throughout these 53 years, Reverend Mother Wilhelmina Dukley, Bishop My Roberts, Reverend Henry Sowe, and delegates from Liberia have traveled to the United States to attend the annual Congress of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated. The Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ, Incorporated has been a tremendous blessing to Africans in various ways, as outlined below. 1. Support for ministry administration. Under the leadership of Bishop James Curry, while serving as chairman, His Mercy Evangelical Church, led by Bishop James Taylor, received a laptop and printer. This gesture was to support the church's administrative work and enhance its ministerial operations. 2. Educational sponsorship. Sister Loella, Mama Lou, Henderson Hayes has played a pivotal role in supporting the education of Rika Kizia Iwura Ezi Asida Donka. Her unwavering commitment and active involvement reflect a shared dedication to nurturing a vibrant, intelligent, and compassionate young lady. 3. Clergy training and certification. Pastors trained under the guidance of Bishop James Kwesi Taylor are awarded internationally recognized certificates. These credentials are renewable every 3 years, ensuring continued ministerial growth and global recognition. 4. Early international opportunities. In the early 1990s, through the efforts of the late Bishop William H. Foreman, individuals such as Mr. Samuel Corty, Mr. Nanka Bruce, and others were given the opportunity to travel to the United States. This initiative marked the beginning of life-changing experiences for many. 5. Reverend Mrs. Malva J. Taylor, Assistant Pastor of Mount Calvary Community Church in Omaha, Nebraska, faithfully sends her annual First Fruits offering to Bishop James Kwesi Taylor in support of the ministry work in Accra, Ghana. Despite the numerous benefits and impact, there's still a number of challenges. Many towns and communities remain unreached, with no established churches and no exposure to the preaching of the gospel. As Jesus commanded in Mark 16:15, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creation," it is imperative that we extend our efforts to these areas. To fulfill this divine mandate and establish vibrant fellowships in these regions, greater support, resources, and commitment are urgently required. Also, securing a visa to attend the conference normally tends to be a big challenge. As we reflect on the rich history and impact of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated, it is only fitting that we honor those who have carried the vision beyond borders. From 1973 to date, numerous delegates have journeyed to Liberia and Ghana to carry out foreign missionary assignments on behalf of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. While we cannot name them all, we respectfully acknowledge a few of these distinguished delegates. Reverend Clarence H. Cobbs, National President of the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated, from 1942 to 1979. Dr. I. Logan Kearse, first Foreign Mission Chairman and International President, from 1980 to 1991. Uncle Ralph Goodpasture, National Minister of Music. Bishop William H. Foreman, Uncle Billy, former Foreign Missions Chairman. Bishop James Dennis Tyndall, International Presiding Prelate. Bishop James E. Curry, Coadjutor and Foreign Missions Chairman. Bishop George I. Mason, Foreign Mission Vice Chairman. Sister Luella E. Henderson Hayes, Mama Lou, Foreign Missions Secretary. Sister Maria Davis, Foreign Missions Member. Dr. Sharon Fisher, Foreign Missions Member. Reverend Donald Cooper, Foreign Missions Member. Currently, in Ghana and Liberia, these are the churches that are affiliated to the Metropolitan Spiritual Churches of Christ Incorporated. Faith Healing Temple of Jesus Christ, Monrovia, Liberia. His Mercy Evangelical Center, Accra, Ghana. Fortress Revival Ministry, Accra, Ghana. Beautiful Gate Church Worldwide, Accra, Ghana. Voice of Victory Ministry International, Accra, Ghana. Jesus Anointed Ministry, Accra, Ghana. The Golden Corn of Jesus Christ, Accra, Ghana. Great Mighty Pentecostal Assemblies, Accra, Ghana. Sharper Rock Ministry, Accra, Ghana. It's our prayer that more churches will join the affiliate.